Hello, everyone. This is Angelica Jones, and I'm wishing everyone a beautiful and upcoming New Year's Day. The reason why I'm having this recording done tonight, it is a recap of the meeting from the other night. We usually try to have an end of the year vendors meeting for all vendors of naliaZONE and the Creamery every year. So for those of you who missed that meeting, you're in luck because I'm here to give you the recap. Okay, I have a question for you. Do you know the demographic? When I'm talking about the demographic, I'm talking about the age group of your most engaged customer. I'm asking you, do you know about their marital status? Their buying habits, when they are most prone to sign on, to go to your website or just to stroll through the Creamery or naliaZONE or just stroll on a website looking at Nelia. Do you know about their career status, where they live, even their birthday? Vendors, it is now time to start thinking about how you are relating to your customers. We need to stop selling and marketing the old way from 2019, from the prior years of 2019, because when it comes to selling and when it comes to online engagement, you're building a relationship with that prospective customer way before sale is even made. Okay. So when the Creamery and naliaZONE first got started, it was due to circumstances that forced us to get online, that forced the vendors to get online and to sell. But now we're sitting here in 2023, and the novelty that we had when we first started the Creamery and naliaZONE is no longer. Everybody is online buying and selling. Our big box stores, as we've noticed, a lot of malls have closed down. J.C. Penney, Macy's, Walmart, Amazon, the big monster, okay? Sales are done mostly online. So the novelty has worn off. A lot of us are now plateauing out when it comes to sales online. It's just a normal everyday thing when it comes to even our groceries, okay? So we have to look at a new way to attract our customers, to maintain those relationships, to create relationships, okay? It's now time for all vendors to reinvest in the way that they showcase and market their businesses and to gain their customer traction and to maintain those relationships. So it's a new day. As we all know, Facebook has said, if you want to play, you got to pay. But guess what? We're not paying an arm and a leg that it used to be back in yesteryear when it came to advertising with the big agencies where you had to pay or lay out $20,000, $10,000 for an advertising campaign, or where you had to pay big money for a magazine spread for one page to appear in a magazine for a month and you paid over $15,000. We have customers at our fingertips, and we also have the dollars in order to segment the audience even more. We're in a niche market. You're in a niche market, so we should have more than enough customers. We should not be able to keep up with the demand, but we are missing the mark, which I have found out and which I will share with you in this video. So it's now time to venture out beyond the platforms that we are most comfortable with. Facebook, we're very comfortable with it. We can go on here and we can upload our pictures and just sit back and wait for the sales. And back in 2019, you had sales going out the roof, going out the roof. But now, because of buyers fatigue, vendors fatigue, the novelty has worn off, you have to come in a new way with new tools and resources in order to get those sales or to get that customer base. I'm here to help you with that. So what I'm going to do is share my screen to show you some things that I've learned with my observations. Let's look at this. Generation cohorts by age. The source is the Pew Research Center, 2023, very, very recent. So the question I asked you earlier when I was asking about your customer's age, this is what I was referring to. Are they fitting within Generation Z, 13 to 25 years old? Millennials, 26 to 34 years old? Generation X, 35 years old to 58 years old? Baby boomers, that's me, 59 years old to 77 years old? The silent generation, 78 years old to 95 years old? Or the greatest generation, 96 years plus? Where does your customer fit? Your most active customer, your most active and largest group of customers, where do they come from? Are they from millennials, Generation X, baby boomers, silent generation, Generation Z? Well, I did some research of my own and I used four groups, two selling groups and two non-selling groups. And of course, the first one was the creamery itself. I'm going to enlarge this for you. If you look at the creamery, of course, it's 100% female, 0% males, but look at the bars. And one bar is bigger than the other, of course, and that is from the age range of 45 years old to 54 years old. The next biggest bar are those who are between the ages of 35 and 44. That's a part of Generation X. So we have a great part of Generation X and the baby boomers who are holding down the membership in the creamery. But if you look at the 18 to 24-year-old range and part of the millennials beginning at 25 to 34, those are our lowest engagement when it comes to membership. They are not there. We're not reaching them at all because they're not on Facebook. And if they're on Facebook, they're not there to buy. They're not intrigued by the creamery or buying groups. They're intrigued by something else. They may be coming onto Facebook just to visit it occasionally to see what's gone viral. Okay. So, and here's another thing. If you look at it, Atlanta, Georgia has the largest amount of members in the creamery than any other city. That's another indication that we're missing the mark even on the cities, on the major cities, the metropolises, the rural areas, major cities, small cities. Okay, I'm pretty sure that there's some D9 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, but we're not reaching them. But we have a stronghold in Atlanta, Georgia. You will soon find out. Okay, so with the creamery, the largest target audience is Generation X to the baby boomers. Next in line are the millennials, and that's just the base amount. Third are the baby boomers beginning at 59 years old to 77 years old. And our most underserved target market or audience is Generation Z and a significant amount of millennials. Going further, I looked at naliaZONE. Same thing holds true. 45 to 54 years old is the largest amount of members in that group, at that age group, the age range. Then we have some of our Generation Xers beginning at 35 to 44. They're mixed in with the millennials. But if you look at Generation Z again, it's nearly nil existent. Now, the naliaZONE has 89% female and 10% male. And I can tell you right now, us women, we purchase more of our male counterparts gear than they do for themselves. We dress up our brothers and our uncles and our boyfriends and our husband. We buy them because we do a lot more shopping for them than they do themselves. We would like to have more male shoppers, but males, when they go shopping, they know exactly what they want. And most times they only go to the same person because they are not aware of anybody else. Okay, but we do a lot of shopping. Again, Atlanta, Georgia has the largest amount of members in the naliaZONE, okay? And like I said, we need to have a stronghold in those other cities as well. So going further, Generation X, the baby boomers, are the largest target audience in the naliaZONE. Next in line are the millennials, and that's the base amount. Third are the baby boomers beginning at 59 years old to 77 years old. And underserved are the Generation Zers again, with a significant amount of millennials. Underserved, we're not getting to them. Our next two groups are non-selling groups. Those non-selling groups, like for instance, MIDSUP, one of the largest groups for the women or the ladies of the Crimson and the Cream is 100% female, which is a great thing. I see that it says 10%, but it's really 100%. But nevertheless, again, 45 years old to 54 are the largest amount of members in that group. Okay, then we have our Generation Xers and millennials that are mixed in beginning at ages 25 to 44 years old. And our Generation Zers, that's the smallest amount of members. So from its up, and again, if you look at it, Atlanta, Georgia has the largest amount. It's like only Atlanta shops for D9, and we know that's not true. We need to hit those major cities as well. Detroit, Michigan, Birmingham, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, New York, New York. Well, New York has 883 in naliaZONE. So let's look at this right here. We have Generation X with the base amount of millennials. It's saying the same thing as the first two groups. Baby boomers beginning at 59 years old to 77 years old are next in line. Underserved on every category is Generation Z and a significant amount of millennials. Then we have another group, and this is a mixed group, but it's a non-selling group as well. It's that group that has that long name called Alphas, AKAs, Kappas, Omegas. It's a long name. It has everybody's name in it. I shortened it to Alphas to Iotas group. 56% female in that group, 44% male. However, it still holds the same when it comes to the 45 to 54 years old, largest amount of members. Next in line, we're going down to the baby boomers. Then if you go back to where you see the 25 to 34, I'm sorry, 25 to 44 years old, that's beginning with our Generation Xers and the millennials to Generation X. But look right here. Those are your Generation Zs. We don't see them. They are eclipsed by the large amounts of the other age groups. Again, Atlanta, Georgia has a stronghold. As a matter of fact, I think Facebook, they need to just don't call it Facebook, call it Atlanta, Georgia book, because Atlanta, Georgia has a stronghold on Facebook, nevertheless, almost all the groups that I've seen. So good work, Atlanta. You're representing. Largest target group audience is Generation X, with more men than women in the IOTA group, Alphas to IOTA. Next in line are your baby boomers beginning at ages 59 years old to 77 years old. Third comes the millennials, but still at the base number. Underserved are your Generation Z and a significant amount of your millennials. Where is Generation Z? They are not on Facebook like that. They're not on Facebook shopping. Where are they? Okay, so who are we missing? We're missing the top age groups of 18-year-olds to 34 years old. Those are our college Greeks, our collegiate Greeks, okay? The journey for many of us started with, as I've already mentioned, at the college level. Now, some of us, we came in through the alumni or alumni levels, I'm one of them. However, most college Greeks or most D9 Greeks started at the college level. They're on somebody's campus. We need to focus on the 18-year-old to 34 years old. Those are the undergraduates, and those are the graduate students or the returning students to finish up their BAs or BS degrees or masters or PhDs. Those are who we are missing. 18-year-old to 34-year-olds. Where are they getting their gear from? If it's not from an established vendor that they are very familiar with, If it's not being gifted or swapped amongst one another, where are they getting it from? Most often, these college Greeks or our Generation Zers are encountering a lot of bootleg vendors as well. And they're encountering them before they even get to your site, because those bootleg vendors, they don't have a care in the world. They can put up the most fanciest site because they have the money and resources for it. And what they're doing is that they are attracting the attention of a lot of our Generation Zers because of the fastness and the expedient nature of how those sites are set up. And they are putting up great and beautiful looking Nelia, beautiful, unique pieces. A lot of times they may not get it, or it may be a delay in the delivery. And sometimes when they do get gear, it's of shoddy manufacturing. A lot of times it's great manufacturing as well, because they have those resources to get it done overseas, but they're not paying a licensing fee to the D9 organizations to sell that intellectual property. We need to make your brand, your store name, a household name in the mouths of our Generation Zers. They need to be aware of your brand. How can we do that? Now, if you look at these pictures, these are beautiful pictures of D9 members and beautiful Nelia. And a lot of times we shortchange ourselves saying, well, collegiate Greeks can't afford this, and they cannot afford that. And I'm not going to market to them. I'm not looking to market to them. I hope they buy from me. But you cannot shortchange yourself. Like I said, this is one of the richest generational cohorts, more so than we were when we were their age. Because remember, we had to shrimp and save and beg and borrow to get what we wanted. These Generation Zers and millennials, if they are not working, where they're getting their money from is mom and dad, friends and family, okay? And also, a lot of them are very brilliant. They are entrepreneurial in spirit. They have side hustles as well. They are smart. So back in the day where we were sitting on the college campus and studying and, getting by on noodles, not this group right here. This group found money, for one, to pay those membership intake fees. But the thing about it is this, is that when we are looking at this age group, we need to think wider in our thought as to what they can afford or what they like. This group buys what they like. Like I told you, my granddaughter doesn't have a job, 16 years old. I'm looking at her DoorDash and Uber bill, and she spent over $1,200 on DoorDash and Uber. Where did she get that money from? She doesn't have a job. She got it from us, here and there. Can I have $20? Grandma, can I do this? Granddaddy, can I get this money? Daddy, mama, auntie, friend, can I get $50? And then, of course, she's collecting money for birthdays and holidays and all of that. She found $1,200 to spend on Uber Eats and DoorDash. Doesn't have a job. Same thing with many of our Generation Zers. But the thing about it, they make a way for the things that they like. These pictures of the Nelia that they're wearing doesn't come free. So they found a way. And a lot of times they like to dress alike and all. And they also like to dress up for new membership or new initiate presentations and dress alike and all of that. So don't shortchange yourself. This group right here is a pot of gold, but we need to zero in on them. Now, how we zero in on them, they like their networks. They network with one another. They network within their campuses or amongst themselves on their campuses. They network outside their campuses, outside the community. They love to share. They love fashion and style. They congregate together at picnics, at step shows, at community events, at whatever it may be. And they look at each other's Nelia and they ask each other, where did you get that from? Who's the most trusted vendor? Especially when you have the new members who come in. They want to know, where can I buy this Nelia? They're networking with one another. We need to get within those networks, okay? We really do. How do we get into their networks and how do they network? They network with their mobile phones. They shop on their mobile phones. They share on their mobile phones. They take pictures and video. They network. We need to be on those mobile phones with your brand. Why not your brand? Because they have every other brand that they're sharing and they're taking part in and engaging with. So their mobile phones is the key. A lot of them are not going to Facebook. They're using Instagram. They're using TikTok. Some are going to LinkedIn. Some use Pinterest. But the top choices with Generation Z and millennials is their mobile phone and those platforms like Instagram, like TikTok, WhatsApp, direct mobile messaging to them. Okay. So why not your brand? Your brand needs to be there in the palm of their hand. The mobile phone is like an appendage to our Generation Zers and our millennials. Most of those Generation Zers were born with a mobile phone in their hand. Some knew how to work the mobile phone better than a lot of us when they were 9 months old. We need to get in on the mobile phone phenomenon when it comes to Generation Z. Okay, so we're going to get there. We're going to talk about how to get there for 2024. Now, this is a piece of information I would like to share with you. Between 2022 to fall 2023, D9 combined brought in 10,000 to over 20,000 plus new members. And this is from an independent research study based on Facebook 2023 posts. Now, if you think about it, every year, maybe we're bringing in an average of, now I can say 5,000, but I think it's more. But I'm looking at the 10,000 to 20,000 plus new members. Now, when those new members were brought into D9, how did that impact your brand, your store, and your bottom line? Did you see a significant growth in customership coming to you or in purchases? Now, if you did not see a significant impact on your business with the growth of D9 combined, that is an indication that we are you, or I'm going to say we're not hitting the market as we should be. We should be able to have more orders than we can possibly maintain. We should have customers banging at the door. Now, I can tell you this, the D9 organizations have shown significant growth. Look at who they're bringing in. They're bringing in 10 to 20,000 plus new members, possibly annually. However, that should also affect and impact your bottom line when it comes to gaining new customers. If you're not seeing that, we need to get there. We need to go to where they are. We cannot sit complacent on the current platforms that we're on and hoping that we're going to get an increase in sales. We have to look at a new way of marketing and advertising our products and or services. And we need to hit who? Generation Z, a significant part of the millennials. How are we to do that? Well, one thing that naliaZONE is about to implement is the collegiate member rewards card. That's a great way to bring in or to invite collegiates to take part in looking at who's on their vendor list, who's a licensed vendor. The collegiate rewards card is no more than a digital card that has your name and a unique shopper ID. Now, all vendors do not have to participate in the naliaZONE collegiate member rewards card and all. But if you do, we would love for you to do, because you can do it on your own as well. But we're asking for vendors to offer some type of incentive or perk when a collegiate member orders from them. It could be as low as maybe 5% off of your purchase, 10% off of your purchase, 20% off of your purchase. Or it can be free shipping on this day only. It's up to you. You can be as creative as you want to using or honoring the collegiate rewards card. We will be giving out digital cards beginning in January. to collegiate members all across the country. Anyone who asks for one who's collegiate, okay? So it's not for everyone, it's only for our collegiates, okay? And when we do that, you're getting brand recognition. And this will be a part of some other initiatives that we implement throughout, as 2024 rolls out. But the collegiate rewards card is a great way to build relationships and to build long lasting ones with our Generation Z and millennials as well. So the collegiate rewards card is a great way. And again, if you don't want to do to participate with the Know Your Zone one, you can create your own as well. Okay. So another way is brand ambassadorships. I am putting out a call to action in the after holiday lookbook and the upcoming spring lookbook, where we create a pool of collegiate members who would like to become brand ambassadors. Now, this is how it works. A brand ambassador is cheaper than advertising. It's cheaper than putting out an ad somewhere. It could be the cost of a t-shirt. You can make an agreement with a collegiate saying, hey, I'm going to send you one shirt a month or one shirt every 2 months. And what I want you to do, you don't have to pay me for it. Well, it's up to you. You might want to say you have to pay for shipping and handling, but it's up to you of how you do this. But I want you to take a picture of yourself in my shirt and you post it on Instagram or you post it on Instagram and Facebook or Instagram and two other social media platforms of your choice, but you have to put my name and my link to my site in there where they can get the shirt. That is how you start building brand ambassadorships and influencers. You need some influencers within the networks of the D9 community when it comes, and that D9 community that I'm talking about are those generation or collegiate members. So brand ambassadorship is a great one. And I will start corralling or coordinating a pool of collegiate members who would like to become a brand ambassador. Now, brand ambassadors, it's up to you of what type of agreement you have with them. A brand ambassador can be exclusive only to your brand, and that's up to between you and them if they choose to. Or you might have brand ambassadors who's a brand ambassador for several of the several of you as vendors, but it's up to you. It's up to you for your requirements and what they require as well. But brand ambassadorship is a great way to go. Now, this is what we are doing going into 2024. We're going to do paid per click or promoted ads for lead generations. What I'll do is that I'll be purchasing ads on Instagram. Pinterest has promoted pins, Google ads, Bing ads, LinkedIn, and Facebook ads. I am inviting all of you to take part in the combined effort of bringing or purchasing ads where it's bringing those Generation Zers and more prospective customers into our platforms. We're going to go hard and heavy in Instagram. Okay, we're going to go hard and heavy again in Facebook. And we're going to try to pull some of those Generation Zers into Facebook. But the thing about it is that they love their Instagram. They love their TikTok. Okay. And so we're going to go to them as well. Hard and heavy. We're going to level the playing field with ads. Now, you can purchase ads on your own. That's no problem. Okay. No problem. And I'll show you some resources as to how you can create ads. We have some great resources with several external providers. That is Team Genius Marketing. We have Smith Edge Media. We have Vision One Media, and I'll give the links to you to look at their portfolios as to how they do their products and services when it comes to ad creation, or if you need video as well, or if you need more analytics to your business as well. But neither here nor there. We're going to go hard and heavy where more ads and exposure is presented on Instagram in the name of naliaZONE. And naliaZONE bringing more customers to you through those ads. Google ads again, Pinterest with the promoted pins, Facebook, Bing, LinkedIn as well. So I'm inviting everyone, please take part with us as a combined group to purchase ads to bring you more customers, especially where Instagram is concerned. Now, we have another way that we will bring in more promotion and marketing to bring more potential customers to your brand. And that is the tools to gain earned media of promotion. Earned media means that you don't necessarily have to pay for an ad, or naliaZONE doesn't have to pay for an ad. It goes with the free publicity and promotion of a post when people are sharing the ambassadorships. That's another way. Earned media means that this is excess media or a little bit more media that you're getting that is based on free promotion and publicity. Like YouTube is heavy into video. TikTok is heavy into video. Instagram. I can tell you right now, Generation Z to millennials love video more so than static pictures, okay? So if you can create more ads or more publicity or marketing where your product or brand is in video form, you can increase your sales there as well. So we're going to go hard and heavy on the free or earned media promotion on TikTok. We're going to work with X, formerly Twitter, YouTube. We have a channel for that, TikTok. Even there's free and earned media on Facebook, but we're going to balance it with paid ads and free or earned media as well. So for those of you who wish to participate, please contact me. Now, for those of you, we have something a little bit special. It's called commercials. We're going to do some combined and affordable ad spends on streaming platforms such as Hulu, Ebony TV, Tubi, and Nollywood TV. Nollywood TV is the platform that always showcases the African movies. Ads or commercials on streaming platforms, they are sending a lot of businesses through the roof in sales, okay? We want to be a little bit different than just putting an ad on Facebook and on the other social media platforms. We're going to do some commercials. If you wish to participate, I'll need your logos because one thing I want to point out, we're drawing attention to your brand, not the organization's brand or IP with the commercials. And that's to go for all of the ads as well. It's your brand that we're bringing attention to. I'm working on an ad campaign right now for Tubi, where we can get 10 commercials for the year, 10 commercials that are played. Now, those of you who are much into TV, if you were looking at TV during the holiday, you saw where Etsy um, rolled out a series of commercials for the holiday. Now, Etsy is no different than naliaZONE and the Creamery. Etsy is the entity that actually showcases or they promote the services and products of individual creators and business owners. The same thing with naliaZONE. We are showcasing and promoting individual vendors, okay? So if you have a chance to look at the Etsy commercials, and you can look them up on YouTube, it says Etsy commercials 2023, you will see what I'm talking about. So we will go to these platforms and we will host commercials where we are promoting your brand or your logo along with naliaZONE. But the bottom line is to make it visual, make the brand visual for naliaZONE in order to make more customers come our way to discover your brands. So please consider taking part in the combined and affordable ad spend campaigns when it comes to Hulu, Ebony TV, Tubi, and Nollywood. My first case will be Tubi. That's the one I'm creating commercials for right now, a commercial. And I will have an example of a possible commercial to be presented on Tubi in mid or late July. I'm sorry, mid or late January. So please ask me about how can you get in on the combined and affordable ad spends for the commercials. Okay. Now, next, we have those of you who have heard me talking, I've been talking about a virtual online mall, a dedicated space for vendors and D9 customers. It will start with phase one. We have an app which is called naliaZONE.ai. And this will give customers the latest info on licensed vendor offerings and the hottest Nelia available. It will call for our customer base to download the app. They will be able to get it from the Apple Store and the Google Ad Store as well. So it will be tested and certified for use. But naliaZONE.ai works very much like Amazon Shoppers app does. The customer puts in an item that they're looking for. Say, let's say they're looking for a red purse or a Delta pair of shoes or AKA hat or an Omega, t-shirt. They put that in, and of course, various vendors will pop up. And what they do is that they'll look at the pricing. It's set up just like Amazon, and they can tap on that picture and go directly to the site to look at that item closer. So please consider taking part in the app for phase one for the mall. Now, when it comes to that, oh, here's another thing. All lifetime members of naliaZONE, you'll be featured for 1 year complimentary on the app, and you got more perks that are coming. There are two customers for the app. The prospective customer is the customer like the D9 member who's looking to find members who are selling the merchandise that they're looking for with their IP on them. Customer two is you, the vendor, because you're looking for customers to purchase your items. So there are two customers. What we will get from the app and which will be gleaned from the app is the sorority or fraternity that user is a member of, their email, their telephone number, their zip code, because we need that for various marketing purposes, the college, if they're still in college or out of school, if they have an iPhone or Android, a little bit about their shopping habits, their top three social media profile, and their age ranges. And of course, if they have applied or in possession of the collegiate rewards card, if they are a D9er who's a Generation Z to millennial, okay? But this information will be shared with you because you would need this information or should want this information to craft a campaign that's comprehensive to the target market that you're segmenting, okay? Because you can segment your audience and go into a highly concentrated demographic area of who you want to market to, okay? So this is great. We'll be able to share that, of course, with their consent as well. Now, for you as the customer too, your benefits of the app and your perks, you get your own dashboard at the back end to maintain your offerings. It's a painless setup. There is no need to reinvent a whole new website. You can upload as many pictures as you want or images as you want or that you don't want. You can get premium listings, and I will talk more about that once the app is available. But there also will be a seamless integration of tools and resources that you may have already had in place because of some of you are on Shopify, some of you are on other platforms, the selling platforms, or have special packages with your website. So there will be a seamless integration of tools that you can use that can complement what you're already doing. There will be common keyword listings, easy for them easily to find your merchandise offerings. So I am happy about the app that's about to come out, and we'll have more information concerning that. Next, phase two is the actual vendors mall. The vendors mall is nothing more than a website or where a customer can actually access it through their cell phone or their laptop or their desktop. Okay, but the vendors mall allows for your customers to swipe your icon and website link into their own personal space. Now, you see an example of mine, and all are my favorites, but I only chose so many to demonstrate this. But I have a host of vendors that I say, okay, I like to shop from them. I've had a relationship with them. I like their designs. I can swipe as many icons of you of the vendors into my space. I can take some out. They don't have to stay. But as you can see, favorite vendor of mine, vendors with high recommendations, all vendors will have a spot on the mall, but it's up to you to activate your spot on the mall. And also, if a customer swipes you, um, you're in their mall. You're there immediately for access. Okay. So the vendor's mall is a little bit different than the app in that you still will get your own dashboard, okay, to maintain your offerings. All we have to do is just provide your website and your logo. There's no need to reinvent the wheel for a whole new website. Premium listings will be available, and customers who have established a relationship are more prone to placing you in their personal mall and sharing you within their networks. That's a great thing. Then you get high visibility of your logo and brand. Think about your customers at the Greek picnics and people are, and you have vendors who will be there, but them sharing what they have in their mall, okay? Because Generation Z to millennials and all of us, we do go by word of mouth about who's a top vendor, who has this, who has that. So the vendors mall and the app will be great tools in order to expand your brand. Vendors, there are over 900 licensed vendors in the US and one that I know of in Ghana. How will you stand out in 2024? I say this, we invite you to work with us. We are going to do some great things when it comes to cross promotion and marketing and combined efforts or concerted efforts for marketing and publicity to get more people to your brand. Now, you can do it by yourself. That's okay. And I'll help you. I'll give you the resources. But I say this, I'm going by the old African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, let's all go together. I'm looking forward to working with everyone in 2024, whether if you are doing some of the a la carte services, because I will also be offering detailed status reports of your business if you wish. Those detailed status reports will do site audits. We'll give you recommendations as to how to improve your bottom line, how content, media content creation. So there will be a host of a la carte services that are available to everyone, but then there will be some combined efforts when it comes to promotion and marketing and advertising and ad buying. That will cut your bottom line on the amount of money you need to spend by yourself. Because if we're all in it together, we are increasing our reach and our brand. When it comes to those Google ads and when it comes to the commercials and when it comes to the various platforms. I'm looking forward to working with everyone. And I'm looking also forward to sharing with you different resources and other businesses who are there, who are here to help you, from credit card merchants to small business loans to resources from the Small Business Administration. You'll see me from time to time posting in the vendors and sellers area or either the admins area for naliaZONE of different resources for you to take advantage of. There are free classes that are maybe at your local universities to help. And I see I'm disappeared, but yeah, to for your local universities to expand your business and to work on your marketing needs for your business as well. But please look out for the a la carte services. Inbox me for anything that I've spoken, brought up in this video as well. I'm here to help you. My telephone number, take out a pen and paper, because you can call me anytime. I'll give you a moment. My telephone number 907 312 3242. If you ever need me in one of the groups, especially when it comes to vendors and sellers for the Creamery or admins for naliaZONE, go into those groups and make sure you tag me so I can see the notification and I can answer you whether it's in the group or in an inbox. But I look forward to working with everyone. Let's do something new. Reinvest in yourself when it comes to your advertising and marketing for your business in 2024. You can do it cheaper if we do it as a combined effort. You can still do it by yourself and on your own as well and be just as successful as well. I will help you with the resources if you want to do some things on your own. That's no problem. I'm here to help no matter which way you go. But I do invite you to take part in the concerted efforts with the marketing and publicity by joining the digital concept of how we can work together. And I can help to increase your brand. And I can help with reports or status reports on how your website is doing or how your marketing efforts are impacting your business. But with over 10,000 to 20,000 plus members being brought into D9 on an annual basis, even if it's 8,000, it should significantly impact your business brand where you're getting new customers each time. And I'm not talking about a few $100s here and there. You need multiples of thousands of dollars. So you need multiples of thousands of new customers every year who are attaching themselves to your brand. So therefore, the app is one way to do it, and the vendor small is another way to do it. But also, in the meantime, and in tandem with our combined efforts of ads and commercials, contact me for that as well. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. I'm wishing you a happy new year and a safe one. I'm bringing that in and a very successful 2024. Let's work together.